So something unusual has been happening within the crypto space. While Bitcoin and other altcoins have been trading flat, there's been a mysterious subset of other investors making hundreds of thousands of dollars just by buying these digital images. This here is the NFT marketplace, where crypto investors have been shifting more into the space to have digital ownership on anything from art, music, to group memberships through these non-fungible tokens. Now the question though is, are NFTs really worth the money, or is it all a Ponzi scheme bubble? To give you the answer to that question, I'm going to share with you my own personal experience with NFTs, how much I've made in the most recent months, and how you can also do the same. Now, before we get into today's episode, like the usual, don't forget to drop a like down below, subscribe to the channel if y'all enjoy content like this, and let's get started. So I first got into NFTs back in February of 2021, and I remember this was a term that nobody had heard about, and I was messaging all my friends at that time to buy these so-called NFTs, which no one had any concept of. Back when I first heard about the concept around NFTs, I was sold. I remember getting together on these Zoom calls every morning with a handful of other YouTubers, and we were buying the first wave of NFTs, something called NBA Top Shots. You could buy this HD 4K video inside of a cube that you could buy, sell, and trade to others. The investing thesis at that time was that if NFTs were a complete scam, we could at least get some type of value in return because these NBA Top Shots were at least tied together in value with a $2.6 billion company, the NBA, the Basketball Association. Now, at this time, this was near the same peak when Pokemon cards were near its highest upswing in popularity. Dave Hansen, who runs the Dumb Money YouTube channel alongside his other investors, were buying loads and loads of this asset. We also had other popular influencers at that time, Logan Paul, who was buying hundreds of thousands of dollars of these Pokemon cards. I remember how crazy it was, where I would be waking up every single day and I was just mind blown and so excited to hear what the next new thing was going to be. During that time, stocks were going up. We had the AMC Wall Street bets craze. Also around that time, crypto was going up, and it seemed like everything that you put your money into would just go up in value. Now, a lot of that was happening because of all the extra stimulus and that $2 trillion package that was sent out to the entire US economy. I went ahead and absolutely blew about $20,000 to $30,000 during that time of my own money, which was a lot of money to me at that time, into NBA Top Shots. And let me tell you, it was a massive success. At a certain point, I got to be one of the top 1% of Top Shot holders alongside my friends, and we were doubling our money overnight until something happened. The bubble had popped, and the bubble popped bad. It's a bit hilarious looking back at it now just because of how wrong it went, but things were not all too bad. Once the bubble had popped within the NBA Top Shot market, I personally decided to take a break solely from the NFT market. Now, during that period of time, about 2 months later, on April 29th, 2021, these photos of monkeys started to resurface throughout Twitter, and this was what you guys know now as the Bored Ape Yacht Club. I thought, just like NBA Top Shots, the bubble would burst, and it would burst among other markets as well, and it would hurt a lot of investors. That turned out to be false, and Bored Ape Yacht Club is now one of the most successful projects around. Over the last few years, I can definitely tell you, I've gotten my fair share of FOMO and regret. I do want to say I believe this is something every new investor deals with at some point in the space, but I didn't let this drag me down. Over time, I decided to re-enter the market at a new angle, and I started to dominate Solana NFTs by investing into a new project that one of my good friends, Humphreys, told me to check out, and this was called the Boryoku Dragons. I felt like we had a early movers advantage just because it was an entirely different network. The gas fees were not as high. These transactions were instant, and I thought it was going to be the next new big thing as well. Luckily enough for you, all of my proof is within my Discord. I created a separate channel for my NFT buys and sells, and I was able to make over 6 figures in unrealized profit through buying and flipping these projects. When you're so close and hearing about some other people who are able to make millions, not even millions, tens of hundreds of millions within NFTs, imagine throwing a dart at a board. You're hitting it right in the center every time, but then you realize you're literally shooting it at the wrong dartboard. I was fast forward more into present day. Aside from the Bored Ape that I purchased the day when those ape tokens were launched, I had seen a 100K profit back on that blue chip investment. Within the crypto space, you're always going to see opportunity, and someone's mistake is going to be your opportunity to win. When the ape token came out, people thought the project was done for, and a lot of people were selling their apes at that time. And when the floor dropped about 30 ETH, I believe that was my opportunity to go in big. That did pay out pretty well, and like I said, I'm up over $100,000 in profit since that purchase when Ethereum was at its top. But since then, I've been committed. Like, I even got like a little phone case for my ape. I named him George. I got some sentimental fundamental value to this asset now. I think there's just a lot more coming up with this asset, and I plan to hold it for as long as I can. Now, I also do want to mention to you guys, I didn't grow up in a family with money at all. I remember growing in a household with so much debt, I never would have imagined that this type of money was possible to make. It doesn't mean that you need to be in the same situation that I do in order for you to make these opportunities happen as well. The whole intention for a story or even a video like this is to show you guys that through the mistakes that I've made, you guys have the same opportunity to do the same. And one day, if you guys want to own a Bored Ape or you want to make $1 million within the NFT market, if a dummy like me was able to do it, I know for a fact that many of you guys who are a lot smarter than I am can do the same as well. This leads into my most recent purchase and something I wanted to focus on in this video, and this is going to be those pixelated owls called Moonbirds. In the most recent days, play to play through the mint date, I went ahead and gave an alert within our Discord group, the link to this, and letting people know I feel bullish about this. This is going to go somewhere. If you have the opportunity to win the raffle on the mint, make sure you try. So what I did after that was place $100,000 of my own money on this most recent investment. Before I share with you the reason why, I also do need to mention, because of the size of this channel and because I never talk about NFTs, and I'm not trying to get no CoffeeZilla out here, I have no affiliation with this project. I've never been in contact with a founder. I've never been in contact with a moderator, no one. I didn't actually even get approved for their whitelist, and I wasn't selected for their mint either. Just like many investors of Moonbird right now, I went ahead and bought this off the secondary market because I felt so bullish on the different factors that I was seeing within the market. Now, before I share with you on why I placed such a huge bet on this project, let me give you a background though of what it is. Moonbirds is an NFT drop that began minting on OpenSea on April 15th. So they're a collection of 10,000 utility enabled NFTs that feature a richly diverse and unique pool of rarity powered traits. Now, each Moonbird is going to unlock private club membership access and additional benefits the longer you hold them. They do this through a pretty interesting concept called nesting your birds. They're able to get more and more different straws and just customize it. And the biggest nest usually is able to hold more and more birds. This is a concept that they went ahead and followed. With a Moonbird, this allows you to lock them up, nest, and with your wallet, you can continue to earn staking rewards. The longer your NFT remains nested, the Moonbird is going to continue to upgrade its higher tier levels, and the nesting rewards will also be upgraded as well. Upgraded nests enable enhanced drops and rewards. They're also talking about some physical items coming in related to what your NFT attributes have. And then they're also talking about a new form of passive income using NFTs, which is also a very interesting concept because many people who buy NFTs also realize, okay, I'm not liquid anymore. How can I leverage an asset within a certain market? This project did a few things really well that I think any NFT that may blow up again in the future will have in common. This is really important here. The major reason why this project was such a huge success was the developing team behind it. Within the NFT space, we have so many projects coming about left and right, and what you'll notice is a lot of them try to keep their founders anonymous. They don't like to dox them, which is revealing different information about who they are from the past. But this project here with Moonbirds really focused on transparency from the start. The lead founder of this was an individual named Kevin Rose, who's also the founder of Dig, which was a popular social media platform in the early 2000s and a very well-respected entrepreneur in the VC space, which led this project. Alongside him, he had an equally impressive team with the CEO of Treehouse, Ryan Carson, and others helping him by his side. So having a fully doxed team with well-respected leaders who can bring a vision to life was one of the few reasons that this picked up so much, but that wasn't all. Kevin Rose also founded Proof Collective, which is known to be one of the most elite NFT club membership groups that provide education and information on other NFT projects. Through this, they will give you early access to their Proof podcast and also allow holders to be part of their exclusive collaborations. Now, this here led to a strong community development before Moonbirds even had its mint, where even on Twitter, they had over 100,000 followers when I first discovered them. For me, the next steps in order to gauge the legitimacy and to decide whether or not I actually want to invest goes into further their roadmap, their Discord, and also watching some additional interviews that the founder had after the mint. Now, after conducting my own research, I was sold, and it seemed like a large majority of the NFT community did as well. Over the weekend, Moonbird reached blue chip status when it garnered over $200 million in sales volume, and in just 2 days doing more volume than Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana combined. On OpenSea, one of the largest NFT marketplaces, they are now the #1 collection in the last 7 days based on volume, floor price, and other statistics. Now, all this is fascinating and it's great, but the question is, what's next? Just like any other NFT project, Moonbird now needs to deliver, and according to their most recent tweet, it looks like they're doing just that indeed. With the insane amount of funding that Kevin Rose and his team have now received, they're gonna be under the pressure to deliver the utility behind the promised roadmap for this project. Now, for me personally, with the 2 owls that I have, that is resulting in just over $100,000 off my initial investment, I'm personally not planning to sell anytime soon. One of the owls I was able to get for 9 ETH. The ETH is currently at 20, which is a quick 2x flip that I was able to get within a 24-hour period. And then I also went ahead and got the 78th most rare owl within the 10,000 collection. If this project continues to move forward, that is going to pay out more dividends than I could have ever expected. Now, to wrap this video up, here are some key lessons that I did want to share with you through my experience in initially losing $30,000 from those NBA Top Shots and now making over 6 figures back within the market. First of all, whenever you hear stories like this, definitely make sure you're able to get the inspiration side from it. I know it can get pretty frustrating when you do miss out on mints or you find yourself losing money, but what I learned initially from the beginning is that you want to keep up a level of consistency and you don't want to give up. If I'd given up way earlier on after finding my first dump within the market, I could have just become every single one of those NFT haters, like the ones over on Reddit or any other community, saying this whole thing is a Ponzi scheme and a scam. At some point, people are going to recognize that there is utility behind this. People are making real money and there is use case for this in the near future. The future of that may be now, it may be tomorrow, and it may be within the next 10, 20 years. I personally have so much conviction right now within the NFT market. Lesson number 2 from my experience over the past year is that you want to make sure that you can at least learn from your mistakes. Every mistake that I've made within the market, I always keep some type of journal or I write it down within my notes to make sure that it's ingrained in the back of my head. If you want to take a step further, and something I used to do a lot was actually journal. I used to journal everywhere. I have stacks of journals. You could actually use a strategy where if you're trading, journal about the state of the market, how you feel about your investment or what you're excited for. This tip right here is one of the most simple things you can do, but it can take you to another level as an investor. For someone new to the space, you can learn more, be more self-aware, and have the level of wisdom as if Warren Buffett did. Last but not least, the biggest tip that I learned from all of this is that you need to learn to educate yourself within the space. All the alpha you need is available widely across YouTube. You can find it on this channel. You can find it everywhere on Twitter. And it's not all about paying for the most exclusive VIP club access. All you have to do is follow a few right accounts that is able to provide you consistent early information. And by doing that, using that, and able to learn fairly quickly, then you can find yourself really maximizing on all the innovative things happening within the space. Now, guys, if you did enjoy a video like this, don't forget to check out the links down below in the description as well. Follow me over on Twitter and on Instagram. And if you guys have not done so already, FTX is one of the sponsors that I work with, and they are offering $100 back if you guys use my link down below to sign up for an account. If you also purchase any crypto over $10, you can find yourself earning free crypto as well. FTX is a platform where they offer 85% lower fees than their top competitors. There's also no fixed minimum fees, no ACH transaction fees, and you can also set up reoccurring buys directly within the app. At the time of filming this video, Coachella is currently going on as well, and I know FTX is a huge part of that. They went ahead and dropped the Keys collection and did a huge collaborative drop. Just seeing some of the moves and pivots that FTX was able to make over the last few months, I really think they're going to have a legitimate spot within the space. And even with their leader, Sam Bankman-Fried, the CEO of this exchange, and seeing his mindset and his generosity, I am a huge believer for this product. FTX is currently one of the largest crypto exchanges in the world, and also recently they were trending on the App Store as well. Check out the special offer that we have down below in the description. This actually is a special offer. You're not going to see many YouTube channels being able to give you guys $100 signing up for their app. On top of that, I also have an exclusive Discord group where you can get buy-sell alerts, technical analysis from some of our best investors, as well as access to a community of other investors. In addition to that, if you guys are curious on what NFT I'm buying next, all of that will be posted immediately within the Discord. I believe the value is there, and if you guys do want to check it out, check out the Patreon link down below as well. And one last thing, don't forget to check out Surfshark down below. You can get 83% off 3 months free if you're looking for a VPN to use. We always do a secret code word at the end of these videos, and for this code word, we're going to do hoot hoot. Like always, thank you all so much again for watching. Have an amazing, blessed day, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Peace.